Alright. Association American Railroads Electrical Section. '66, complete March 1966. Chapter 2, Axle Generator Equipment, Part 1, Specification for Axle Generating Equipment. These specifications cover direct current axle-driven generator equipment for installation on passenger equipment cars. The specifications are to be accompanied by a data sheet stating specific requirements to show submission bids will be understood and implied with the bidder fully understands, accepts, and will furnish apparatus will confirm the conform to the requirements of these specifications. The apparatus is to be furnished shall consist of the following. Any items not desired shall be crossed out and additional items may be added. A. Axle-driven generator. 1. Body-mounted generator. 2. Truck-mounted generator. 3. Body-mounted motor generator. B. Drives. 1. Flat V-belt drive complete with axle pulley bushings, generator pulley, belt fasteners, and belt tension devices. 2. A gear until complete and gear and pinions. Gear pulley bushings, belt and fasteners, belt tension devices. Gearbox and sheaves and spindle drive shaft and connections. All right, control. C. Control the general burst current relay, load voltage regulator, AC start panel. 6. Bidder's data. The bidders shall submit with his bid the triplicate the at least the following list of apparatus offered, the description of generator included with the installation designation as ventilated, totally enclosed, etc. C. Description of the drive, including ratio. D. The description and capacity of the characteristics of all apparatus, including the detailed description of the control generator output, battery charging, which curves the diagrams showing internal and external wiring, and other diagrams necessary to complete the description. Outline drawings of all apparatuses will be essentially dimensional. Generator 1. Capacity. The generator will cover the range for the summer. The services shall be capable of delivering 3 hours of enclosed or 5 hours of ventilated for ventilated machines. At output side, the generator regulator at speeds above 1.25 times the maximum full load speed specified on the data sheet. Rated rated voltage without injurious heating. 2. Rated current L voltage between 20% and below and 20% above. Rated voltage without injurious heating. B. The generator shall be capable of safely and satisfactorily operating continuously at all speeds up to the rated maximum speed. C. The generator shall operate without injurious or sparking or heating at the brushes under all operating speeds and loads. 2. General construction. All materials, workmanship, methods of construction shall be first class. All parts of the interchange shall be made so that they ensure accuracy, uniformity, interchangeability. All solder used in the soft pointing is not less than 385 degrees. Field coils. Installation shall be AIEE Class B minimum. The end of each of these coils shall be permanently identified to indicate the inner and outer end of each coil. 4. The armature. The armature shall be designed to permit renewal of the shaft without disturbing the wind. Lamination shall be keyed to the spider or quill located laterally so that they will not loosen under normal conditions in the service. B. The installation shall be an AIEE Class B minimum. The installation should be between the communicator bars shall be an undercut. G. The communicator shall be thoroughly seasoned, circularly fastened on the shell, assembled on the front. The armature shaft material shall be at least equal in last issue of the American Association of Railroad Specification M126, grade E or F material having higher physical qualities when required by design. The armature pulley fit not the washer key shall conform to figure 1. The armature shall dynamically be balanced with 20-inch ounces. Alright, figure 1 shows the generator pulley clutch pulley clutch application. These are nuts. These are steel key, a steel washer, non-stamping keyway for the pulleys, and cotter pin in the shaft with a clutch or pulley hub. 5. Bearings shall be of the ball or roller type. Size shall not be less than number 4 or 1, 2. If one of the bearing of the roller bearings shall be driven to the end of the outer race of the both bearings shall be held rigidly, and both are ball bearings outer surface of the driving, and shall be mounted as size as to have sufficient end play, and at the other end shall have held rigidly. An adequate seal shall be provided to keep the water and dirt out of the driving and bearing. Grease capacity shall be adequate for long-term service. 6. Air gap. The clearance for the air gap shall not be less than 5/100ths of an inch. Pole faces armature shall be so designed to reduce the noise to a minimum. Leads armature of the field leads shall have the length and outside frame not less than shown on the data sheet, and shall be capable of size tabulated below, attended by the wire not larger than number 24 gauge AWG, and in accordance with the AR specification number 581. Maximum current 70 amps or less. The number or size of gauge of the wire is number 6 AWG. Field leads only 71 to 25 amps. Number 2 AWG gauge 126 to 250 amps, 1,670 centimeters, or 000 AWG. 251 to 500 amps, 400,000 centimeters. 501 is 800 amps, 1,250,000 centimeters. Armature lead shall not be smaller than number 2 AW gauge. The armature field shall be connected at the generator so that it was disconnected to remain within the car when the generator is removed. Suitable protection of the leads where they are and generate and shall be provided with the generator lead of the car body shall join the junction box of the waterproof construction where they will be belted together, and suitable tapped and strain relief bushings shall be provided for the generator leads. In addition, with a clamp and chain arrangement shall be provided with the carry of the portion of the load of the bushing. Alright, 8. Your badge plate. A badge plate shall be securely attached to each axle of generator showing the following: a manufacturer's name, manufacturer's type, serial number, catalog number, the rated voltage and generator, rated in amperes, maximum load and speed in RPM, rated in maximum speed in RPM. 9. The following shall be stamped at the end of the commutators: the rate of the voltage of the armature, the rating of the amperes, the manufacturer type and serial number, the control number of the catalog number of the armature. Alright, 10. Your capacity test. The generator shall connect with the resistance load operated with the continuously time specified in paragraph 1 capacity, which to cover the range for the summer service is the rated current and the voltage at 1.25 times the specified minimum following speed. The otherwise specified capacity test shall be made on one generator on each order only. High-speed test. Immediately after the above test with the generator operating temperature, each generator with the inspection covered the removed shall be operated continuously with 15 minutes at the rated current of the voltage at the time of the one direction, half time at the opposite direction at the rate of the maximum speed, the continuous of 5 minutes in one direction without the load at the speed of 15% greater than the maximum speed on the 15-minute. In the 5-minute period, the generator may run as a motor. 12. Air temperature. The test may be made at an ambient temperature, but not below 15 degrees Celsius. Insulation test. Immediately after above the test of all parts of the equipment will withstand without breakdown alternate current potential of 1,000 volt RMS revolutions a minute. RMS. Plus twice the rated voltage applied between the conductors and ground for a period of 1 minute. All metallic parts except for the conductors be grounded. In addition, with the generator shall be operated for the 1 minute at a speed of excitation as well as indicated with the 5 times rated voltage between the armature turns. 4. 14. Suspension. All support parts subjecting to the wearer shall have the wearing surface bush with the provision of adequate lubrication. B. Safety chains equivalent to construction when used shall safely support the generator 6 inches above the top of the rail in case of the failure of the suspension. C. The suspension in accordance with the purchaser's drawing listed thereby made by part of the specification in accordance with the manufacturer's standard and no drawings are listed. 15. Belt tension belt tension device. The belt tension device shall be in accordance with the purchaser's drawing list, which are hereby made by part of the specification in accordance with the manufacturer's standard, and no drawings are listed. Alright, 16. Your generator pulley. The generator pulley for a flat belt drive is furnished shall be in accordance with Figure 2. If the V belt drive is used, then the pulley is in accordance with the purchaser's drawing. Alright, your drives. You have your axle pulley bushing. The axle pulley bushing shall be specified on the data sheet. The 2. B. The hub axle pulley shall be uniformly diameter in either 7.5 inches or 9 inches. The length of the hub shall not be less than 6.25 inches. Axle pulley bushing. A bushing shall be secured with the axle by clamping the section of the pulley. It shall have an external diameter through the length of either 7.5 inches or 9 inches, and shall not be less than 8.5 inches in length. Bushing clamps shall be provided within as specified by the purchaser. Rubber may be furnished, and if it is specified by the purchaser. Alright, this shows a generator pulley. You have your side views and your cross-sectional view. Alright, control 1. Generator regulator panel. The panel shall be not more than 16 inches wide and shall be either non-conducting, non-combustible material of 3/4 of an inch more thick or metal of 1/8 of an inch thick. The panel shall have at least 16/32 of an inch or 13/32 of an inch hole supporting bolts symmetrically located at 14 inches in the center horizontally. If the corner brackets are used, they shall be attached to the panel with 3/8 of an inch cap screws having 16 threads per inch taped into the brackets. 6. The terminals on the panel shall be arranged so that the positive is at the right of the top. D. Each terminal shall be stamped identification as to the function. E. There shall be included with the panel terminated with the attachment of the wires and panel terminals. F. The apparatus normally subjected to replacement shall be mounted on the panel that it can be removed and reapplied without removing the panel from its support. G. The connections between the pieces of the apparatus and the panel should be as far as possible on the back of the panel and soldered. Fuse and fuse clips shall be arranged on the front of the application cartridge. Fuses shall not indicate incomplete enclosed. On link fuses shall have the side opening slot and one end on the end of the opening slot, and the other end shall be suitable for mounting on the fuse holders. Figure 3. Pressure clamps should be provided with on the clips for fuses over 200 amperes. Fuses and fusers clips shall be tabulated below. Alright, your fuses have a rating in amperes and kinds. Type, renewable, mounted on the fuse holders, clips, contact type, and kind. Alright, figure 3 shows an open link fuse holder of the generator fuses. This is open link for the generator fuse. Mounting 3150 ampere open link. Alright, you have your contact clips with the base and the stop and the copper extrusion with a link fuse holder. Mounting of a 150 ampere open link fuse. Followed with contact clips, drawing a fuse holder and cartridge fuse for the fuse clip spacing. Mounting 151 200 ampere open link, 201 to 400 ampere cartridge ring enclosed fuse. Alright, you have your contact clips, your cartridge enclosed. For mounting a 401 to 600 ampere special cartridge enclosing fuse. 2. A generator regulator. The generator regulating apparatus battery protected with the devices shall be such that when connecting the generator for furniture that it will satisfactorily perform all the following functions. B. The main circuit of the generator shall be closed and opened by the means of the reverse current relay in order to permit the current to flow from the generator to the battery, but only when the generator develops proper voltage. B. Undo the overlapping or overloading of the generator shall be automatically prevented. C. The rate of the battery shall be automatically controlled. D. In case of the open battery circuit, the generator should be able to carry the load. Generator regulator should automatically prevent the rise of the greater than 5% of the generator resulting setting. E. The means shall be provided where the adjustment of the regulator can be readily changed from the voltage current and suitable for the lead acid battery to voltage current suitable for nickel alkaloid battery. The regulator shall be capable of being adjusted with a given the voltage of 10% below the 15% above the rated voltage. Such adjustment not changing more than 1.5% of the rated voltage with variation temperatures of the voltage with an ambient temperature ranging from 50 to 100 degrees Fahrenheit. F. For any given condition of the battery, the various speeds from the full loaded speed of the rated maximum speed, the regulator should maintain a voltage regulation within 3% of plus or minus the current regulation with 5% plus or minus the value of the regulator is set on operation. G. For any of the given condition of the battery with variations of the speed from the full speed to the speed of 15% greater than the rated maximum speed, the regulator should maintain the voltage of the current regulation with the 6% plus and minus of the volt of the regulator in set for operation. H. Installation corresponding with the paragraph 13 installation test under the generator applies. 3. The reverse control relay. The reverse control relay should be adjusted to close the voltage, which is not more than 2% of the rated generator voltage above the battery voltage. B. The reverse current relay must open with close without shattering, pumping, sticking, or excessive arcing. The reverse current relay should be arranged to open in case of failure to drive and prevent the generator from operating as a motor. D. The installation testing corresponding with the paragraph 13 installation test under the generator applies. 4. Loaded voltage regulator. The regulator should not be more than 16 inches and wide and shall be either non-conducting, non-combustible material of 3/4 of an inch or more thickness or metal of 1/8 of an inch thick. The panel shall have more than 4 13/32 holes and supporting bolts are symmetrically located with 14-inch center to the center horizon. If the corner of the brackets are used, they shall be attached to the panel with 3/8-inch cap screws having 16 threads per inch tapped into the bracket. C. The terminals on the panel shall be arranged so that positive at the right of the top. Each of the terminals should be stamped for identification. There should be included with the panel terminals with the attachment of the wires and panel terminals. The apparatus normal subject to replacement shall be mounted on the panel and can be removed or applied with the removing of the panel from its support. G. The connection between the pieces of the apparatus on the panel shall be so far that it is possible the back of the panel is soldered. 5. The load voltage regulator shall be complete equipment operating with a normal manner is on the benches as to service to maintain the voltage across the load main on the load side of the regulator under the conditions specified below with the following limits. A. With the batteries discharging with a battery voltage of 5% or more below the setting of the load regulator, the drop in voltage across the terminals of the load regulator resistance should not exceed 4% of the full load. B. The generator shall increase the decreasing of at any rate of the change of the speed for the low load rated maximum speed of the vice versa. The voltage shall be maintained within 3% of the below the regulator setting at any of the current value equal or less than the capacity of the regulator. When the generator can constantly at any value between the cutout and point of the reverse current relay rated with the maximum speed, the generator voltage, any of the volt value between 1/2 and above 1/2 of the volt battery voltage and the voltage regulator setting, the load voltage shall be maintained within 3% plus or minus the regulator setting and increasingly decreasing of load in 10 ampere steps. All right, your AC end motor generator. AC end of a motor generator. Generally, the specifications cover alternate current portion of the motor generator equipment and installation passenger equipment cars. 2. The types. The motor shall be squirrel caged, but the type of the design with full voltage starting and developing locked and rotor torque currently as follows. The horsepower of 15 with a torque of 165%. Current amperes 150 horsepower of 25 with a torque of 150. Current amperes 365. Breakdown the torque shall be 200% of the full load of the torque. Pull up the torque must not be less than the full load of the torque. 3. The voltage motor shall be related to 208 over 220 voltage 3-phase. Frequency of the motor should be rated with 60 cycles per second. Alright, kilowatts and speed rating. Kilowatt and speed rating of the motor generators is shown in follows. The kilowatts range from 10 with a motor rating of 15 at 1800 RPMs. The synchronizing speed is 1800 RPMs. And the kilowatt rating for the motor rating is, generator rating with a kilowatt for the motor rating is 15, 10 and 15, while the increments of 5 from 15 to 40, the motor rating is 25, while the RPM rating synchronized is 1800. Generally control the set of 15 kilowatts. Variation related voltage motor shall operate successfully rated with the frequency with the motor voltage no more than 10% of the above and between the nameplate of the rating and necessarily in accordance with the standards and established with the normal rating. Variation of the rated frequency of the motor shall operate with the successfully at a rated voltage, rate load and voltage frequency not more than 5% above the below the nameplate rating with not necessarily in accordance with the standards established for the operation of the normal rating. 8. The combination variation of the voltage and frequency motor shall operate successfully rated load with that combined variation of motor voltage with the frequency not more than 10% above the below or the name of the plate rating, provided with the limits of variation given within 6 to 7 are not exceeded but not necessarily in accordance with the standard established for the operating of normal rating. 9. The variation of rated speed. Rated speed shall be 1,725 RPMs, must not be less than 1,710 RPMs, no more than 1,740 rated voltage. Frequency load with ambient temperatures of 25 degrees Celsius. 10. Service factors. Motors shall carry 1.15 times its rated load with the only slightly different efficiency power factor is rated. 11. The power factor shall be given not less than 80% of the full load rated voltage and frequency. 12. The temperature rises. Caution, the continuous temperature rise rating based on the maximum ambient temperature of 40 degrees Celsius shall be as follows. The drip enclosures, the drip proof, the temperature rises 60 degrees Celsius, splash proof 70 degrees Celsius, and total enclosure at 75 degrees Celsius. 13. Rotor design. The rotor design is to permit each of the removal applications from the shaft. Lamination shall be keyed to the spider and quill. Applied with the lock laterally that they will not loosen under the normal condition. The service rotor should be dynamically balanced in 20-inch ounces and 20-inch ounces. 4. Stator insulation. Stator insulation, it shall be an AIEE Class B minimum. 15. Installations test. The insulation must be stand with the 2,500 volts peak surge peak of the high frequency between the turns of 1,500 volts RMs to the ground without breakdown. The data sheet containing the following items should be accompanied with the specification: normal rating of the generator, kilowatts, apparatus load, amp, load regulator, minimum, max, amp, rated voltage ion generator for system voltage 30 to 32, 40 volts, 60, 64, 80 volts, and 110, 15 to 150 volts. Rated current generator, amp, suspension type, body truck type of the drive, belt or direct drive, manufacturing, maximum car speed, operation miles per hour, minimum files and load speed not less than miles an hour. If the belt drive, number and type of size. 12. The pitch and diameter axle pulley, inches, drive ratio, pitch and diameter driver pulley, inches, overall drive ratio, diameter call, maximum, minimum, or normal in inches, axle center, AR designation, inches by inches, length and loads, main generator field, etc. Type of the battery, lead or alkali, battery, number of cells, AC driven motor generator, horsepower, voltage, phase, frequency, RPM, alternator field, excitation source, voltage, training controls not desired, manual, fully automatic, or other wayside proper power operation to be used, not to be used, capacity if used. Alright, moving on. Inspection, shipments, and guarantees, etc. Inspection. All states the manufacturer purchased, the inspector shall have free access to work on the progress of the manufacturing plant. Elsewhere, the manufacturer shall furnish him with every facility all of necessary assistance to assure that himself that the requirements of these specifications are met. No apparatus parts will be accepted which does not in the inspector's judgment conform with the specifications and the best practices in construction. 2. The shipment the manufacturer shall give the purchaser 5 days of the time apparatus and material will be ready for the inspection test and shall not be shipped any of the items until accepted of the purchaser inspector unless otherwise instructed with the purchaser. 3. The guarantee the manufacturer shall guarantee the equipment against the defects, materials, design, construction for the period of 1 year, shall furnish them free charge at points designated with the purchaser parts to the replace any which become defective within 1 year of the date of delivery. The manufacturer shall guarantee the equipment to meet the requirements for the specifications and shall, within the first year of the service, make such repairs and renewals that be necessary to bring the performance with the requirements of these specifications due to allowances made by the effects of the normal service. 4. Patents. The manufacturer shall insure the purchaser against any and every losing arising from claim of the apparatus is furnished and infringes on patents not owned and controlled by the manufacturer shall furnish the purchaser with required satisfactory bond to cover the such contingency. Part 2. Axle generator motor 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 suspension. All right.